Okay, rulers, settle down. Ruler School is brought to you by Odyssey Games, where you can go to get singles for all your Force of Will and other trading card games, as well as these amazing patrons. Special thanks to guest lecturer member Vite Ramen. Thank you for your support. Class is in session. Hey the rulers, DMO73 here, bringing you the deck profile for the Belial Dante Turbo Stand list that we played on the channel last week. This is a fun list. It was sent to us by Brandon Bremont. It eventually went on to become their take. Belial Dante went on to become the deck that they used to a second place finish at the GP, but this list looks a lot different. So let's talk about it. So we're playing Belial and Dante. This is because we want to be able to access some pretty powerful cards to give us some defense in the early game, and of course we want Dante to be able to kill our rulers quickly. So not too much there to really talk about, other than, you know, we get a quick Virgil here, and then Dante or Belial setting our life to 2000 means we get access to some pretty powerful prideful cards, which really help in the early game. We are playing 4 Stoneway Spies. We're playing 4 6 Sages so that we can obviously get access to the multicolor elements, 3 Black Silence, 2 Heaven's Rift, and 1 Scorched Bales. In the main deck, we are playing the Scorched Bales is really there. The Scorched Bales is really there so that we have a way to be able to cast the Cane from hand if we need it. But other than that, you really don't need the red. So in the main deck, we're playing a single copy of Scheherazade, which we are typically grabbing off of a Prisia Seeker of Friends Big Show here to be able to set up the kind of turbo stand hit. 4 copies of Anti-Magic, 4 copies of Belial Rule to clear boards out of the way and make Godzards unchaseable, which is nice. 4 copies each of Prideful Mage and Prideful Rule. These cards are very, very good. Prideful Mage obviously better in the early game versus the late game, but it is still helpful to get that early tempo swing and kind of steal a card from your opponent in a sense. 4 copies of Garion, 4 Witch the Fallen Kingdom, 4 copies of Virgil, he is the heavy hitter of the deck to turn things on, 4 copies of Cane, and then 3 copies of Necronomicon Barrier. So essentially, oh, and then of course in the sideboard we have Stan. So the whole idea here is you're playing this kind of Dante Belial beatdown list, kind of quickly getting to Stan while also trying to set up Prisia's Big Show at a 3-drop. And then the main combo here, as you're kind of like chipping things away, clearing board states, everything else, is to cast Prisia after you've done Big Show 3 times, and then in response to the cast, so while Prisia's still on the chase, you chase the Goddard of Satan. Stan then will clear the board, clear the field, clear the graveyard, get the token to enter, and then after that, Prisia will enter the field, and she'll get you a 3-drop, and that'll get you the 1 copy of Scheherazade from the deck, which will then get you the 1 of Cane of Salamander, which you can then use the Satan ruler to then give the token Swiftness and Pierce, and push through to your opponent's face for 4000 damage. It is very cute, it is very efficient if you can get to it, but ultimately the deck does have a lot of really other ways to be able to put pressure on with things like Belial himself as well as Virgil. So it's not an all-in strategy, but sometimes you just have that and it just closes out the games there. So super fun. If you want a kind of a more casual take on Belial Dante and you want to do some silly stuff, check it out. Let me know what your ideas are in the comment sections down below, or kind of what other tweaks you'd want to do with the whole Stan, like in response, cast something in response, play Stan kind of play line, because those are pretty cool and I've seen a lot of those happen, interestingly enough. But I'd be interested to hear your thoughts, and until next time, this is TMO73 saying class dismissed.